We are live.
We are live.
Are you live?
I am mostly live. A little bit more coffee and I'll be more live.
I'm working on it. You can see I've switched cameras.
Yeah, it looks really good.
A little wider, a little better quality. You can get a better view of the computers behind me. Especially the computer we're going to talk about today. Right? Took front and center. I had to relocate.
Yes, yeah. That is a nice option of being able to just kind of pop whatever is behind you. It's nice having a area to do that.
Oh yeah.
Whatever we're talking about.
It's so nice. As opposed to having a whole other room before where everything was. I still need to perfect the setup. Well, perfect might be a little too ambitious. Make it not so amateur.
Enhance.
When we switch, when we switch, so I can go over there.
Right.
I need. I've got all my tripods for some reason at my office. At work. Because I was doing something there, so I needed tripods, and so I need a tripod. I'm gonna have to hand hold the camera to go back there. Look, it is real. That's not just a picture. It still looks fake, but I'm gonna walk way over there, and get a little closer up with a remote camera. But what I needed is a tripod so I could have a nice still or a nice steady.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll work on that. Okay. Are you ready to go?
You know what? I will be in one moment. Let me go ahead and turn off my heater. I'll be right back. Exciting stuff, people.
John works better in the cold. We found that if we chill his core body temperature down 15 degrees.
It's the silicone implants in my brain. They work better when it's colder.
That's right. He starts to glitch. You don't want to see John when he glitches.
I may or may not have been the the behind the max headroom craze. Yeah.
And which shirt are you wearing today? What?
It is a wonderful mashup of Ghostbusters and Donkey Kong. This would have actually made a pretty fun game, I think. Probably.
Yeah.
I only have so many T-shirts, James.
Unlike me, when I have so many.
I am sporting a wonderful Doctor Who coffee mug today, though.
In this move, it allowed me to also uncover and consolidate all my Apple-related T-shirts.
Oh my gosh! So how many did you end up with?
I didn't count. I mean, there are. I don't know if there's 100 of them or whatever, but so I chose this one today.
Nice.
Hello, I'm a Mac. Okay.
All right, we ready?
We are ready. Everybody out there ready? Klaus, Jeremy, Sal, Scarlet Swordfish, are you ready? Let's count it down. Let's
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John. This is episode 555 for January 17th, 2021. Good morning, John.
Good morning, James.
Those in the YouTube channel or watching the video, or however you say that, see that I've got a new camera, so we get a little better view of the Macintosh office through wider angle. I think a clearer picture. In the picture, you see front and center. I replaced the original Macintosh. That's usually the home for that, with the Macintosh TV, which is the subject of today's podcast. One of the subjects, the main feature, right? We were reminded of it last week. We're going to get to it, the eBay find, and see what it got. But we're going to talk about my Macintosh TV and see what it's been doing all these years since the last time I turned it on. What's new with you, John? I know you're not wearing your headphones today, your regular headphones. And now it seems like you're not even with us. Like you can't hear me. Is something happening? Hello.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm sorry. As soon as I started recording, I lost my audio on my little headset here. So, one moment.
Okay. Oh,
All
he's
right,
going
I'm
back
good.
to his headphones. Oh,
I'm gonna have to
you're experimenting with new
fill that out.
equipment. See,
Oh, see, it always happens. Yeah.
if he would have showed up to rehearsal, we could have worked out these kinks.
Debbie needed to borrow the van. Okay.
All right, he's back with it. I was going to talk about your new headphones, so I guess we can't now because
Not right now. Yeah, we'll
they're
figure
not
it
ready
out.
for prime
It's
time.
something. It's something in Audio Hijack Pro where it's still trying to output the audio to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
pipes are
Correct.
the wires are crossed or something like that. Okay. All right. Well, you didn't get a chance, did you, to see if we had any new members on the Facebook
I did
channel?
not. No.
I don't remember approving anybody, but we'll take a gander over there and see who showed up. Let's see. New to the group. Oh, hey, look at that. Steve, aka Mac84.
Hey, nice. All right.
Joined us. So that's big news. We're going to talk about Steve and Mac84 later in the news, and also extend the invite, or he extended. I don't know. He reached out to us, or did we do the first? I don't remember. But either way, we're going to try to get him on the show again to talk about his latest big project. So we'll mention that in the news. Anything else we need to talk about here at the beginning?
Nothing on my end.
Okay. Well, let's take a break. We'll be back with eBay finds. All right. Yeah. See, John has unexpectedly quit. That was the.
Right,
I told
right.
you he should have turned off the heat earlier. There is a cooldown time for John.
Oh, we got Christopher Logan is in now. Will Scullen.
It's a party.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is no party like a Macintosh party, because a Macintosh party does not force quit.
All right. Let's see. Let's do some eBay finds. You ready to go?
I am all set.
All right. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Time now for the eBay finds. Last week, we talked about the Macintosh TV. That's what inspired us for this week's episode. The Macintosh TV fetched, after 16 bids, $339. That's not right. I got the wrong one.
Okay.
It can't be right.
Yeah, because they didn't they
That's
have
the wrong one. I got the wrong part.
All right.
No. It's starting at $850 to buy it now.
Yeah.
And it has a make an offer, and it's still unsold. So it's still sitting out there for $850. This is a working Macintosh TV. So let's see. No, this is what I meant to talk about. This was the Color Classic.
Oh yeah,
in
nice.
the box. That one sold after 16 bids for $339, which sounds like a bargain to me.
It actually is. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Color Classics not in the box go for more than that.
Well, this is the one that doesn't turn on for some unknown reason, right?
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so maybe that's part of it. People are a little risk adverse, not spending too much money on this one. And the other one we talked about last week was the
that's a pretty one.
Nice
Yeah,
original Macintosh with a lot of accessories, original packaging. That one, after 14 bids, sold for $1,236.93. So about what we thought.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right. The first thing is this vintage, super rare Apple prototype Power Mac G4 Cube Shell Power Macintosh. And the description says, I've owned this for the better part of 18 years. It's time to let it go. See the photos for condition. It was pretty badly banged up when I got it. If you're experienced with working with plastics, you might be able to shine it up, but I didn't want to risk damaging the rear silkscreen. Brown notebook picture not included with auction. Oh, okay. Let's look at these pictures. So it is just the shell of a cube. It is pretty scratched up. There is an icon on the front. And when we look around the pictures of it, Now the question is there.
Mm-hmm.
This is the proof, if you will. On the back, printed just above the port access area, it says prototype. And then Apple Computer, Cupertino, California, and an FCC statement that reaffirms the prototype, sort of the conditions of the prototype. So interesting. Now, beyond that, I keep looking behind my head at my.
Yeah, it does. It must have been like pretty much toward the end, because it looks basically like the final product shell.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else that's sticking
sleeve,
out.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see even if the Apple logo is a little different.
Well, I mean, it's hard to tell in the picture.
It kind of looks like it is.
It
looks like it's inset as opposed to sticking out, which is.
Well, I mean, it's got an indent for it in the plastic for the different color Apple plastic to nest in there.
The inset is already different color, right? So it's almost like they
No, all right. So if you're looking at the light gray one here, obviously you're looking at that from inside, from behind the cube. You normally don't get that view because of the silver sleeve on the inside of the acrylic. But what you're seeing there is just the indent that's in the acrylic for the color part of the Apple insignia to nest in there. Because it does stick out from the case a little bit, but it also is
I'm looking at, if we look at this picture of the front,
right?
To me, it looks like it's indented. You're saying
you think it looks like indented as in this completely flush, actually?
No, like it's even
concave?
below the surface.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that not look differently to you? Whereas as mine, I look at my case over there.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're right. I'm looking at I've magnified it on my screen. So
enhance.
So yes, I do see what you mean now. You're absolutely right.
I think the prototype shows a different way that we're going to do that logo.
Yeah, good point.
That's not bubbled out. So
right.
A little difference. And it looks like they were also going with a well-worn appearance of the plastic.
Well, if they pre-scuff it,
that's right.
It's distressed. It's the distressed look.
Yeah.
This was
like when they deliberately wear jeans out
with ripped jeans. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
they also had a flannel version they were working on. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, what do they want for this thing? Did we say that?
Not yet.
$1,450 is the starting bid for this piece of scuffed up plastic. Or you can make an offer. It ships from Pacifica, California. There are no bids. It ends in 6 days. 1,450. Seems a little steep, but who knows? We'll see. All right, let's skip along to the next one.
Oh, you have been on a kick of boxed systems recently. This is a Macintosh Classic 2 with ClarisWorks. It looks like it has all the styrofoam and the insets. A nice stack of 3.5-inch floppy disks. And what else can we say about it? This is the UK European model, which means it's 220/240 volt. Complete in box. Serial number on box matches serial number on the computer. Refurbished with new capacitors on the analog board and logic board. Well, all right. Well, this got the hard drive, the SCSI to SD conversion. So CRT is bright and stable. Sound works as it should. Case is in original condition, slightly yellowed in places, but overall good with minimal marks. Floppy drive was disassembled and reloaded. Well, so this thing has had, inside and out, top to bottom, making sure it's going to be a good system for a while to go. So this one is located in Bracknell, UK. So it's going for 975 pounds, and let's
About
see, is there
1,300
shipping?
bucks.
Shipping to us in the U.S. would be about $129.
Wow,
So,
it's more expensive for you. It's only 108 for me. So
oh, really? Interesting.
if you want to save a few dollars,
Very bizarre.
you can ship it to me.
Yeah, just ship it directly to James. He'll take care of it.
Hey, look at this. The quiz for you. I know you know the answer, John, but I'm going to quiz you anyway.
Yes.
What is that? Why is there?
Oh, ha 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 ha.
Why is that there? What is that? Why is there a circular place that's not as yellowed as the rest of the side? Answer in the chat. Come on, somebody come through.
Somebody's going to know.
Somebody knows. Come on. All right, tell them, John.
Well, I'm guessing either the microphone or sometimes there was a document holder that would be on the side, but I'm guessing the microphone in this instance.
Yeah, the little microphone.
Round,
Yeah, had a little sticky.
Yep. Scarlet Swordfish came through and said microphone.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. All right. So these are a nice pickup, right? The Color Classic 2s didn't come to North America, just international. Mine's from Japan.
Except that this is a Classic 2, not a Color Classic 2.
Oh, I'm getting maybe I need to turn down the heat here before I lock up. You're right. I stand correct. Yes, the Classic 2. Boy, these were common. You don't want
these were very common.
No, but an international version is still kind of cool.
Absolutely, yeah.
You couldn't plug it in over here without some
sort of converter, right?
Right. But this would be great.
And, so here's my questions. Even with a converter,
yeah,
that's still that monitor. I wonder if there'd still be some sort of like timing issue with the monitor. Expecting. Because the
PAL versus NTSC.
50 megahertz versus 60, because that was using the cycle the AC cycle. So not PAL NTSC, that wouldn't be an issue,
right?
because it's not doing broadcast, right? But it would be. I wonder if you'd end up with some oddities with that, or maybe even clock speed on. I don't know. That would be an interesting.
I guess it depends what kind of converter you're using. If it takes all that into account.
But I have to say the Classic and the Classic 2 are my favorite compact Mac case designs. I think I have to say that every time.
You have to say that.
I do.
It's required in your
Yes.
contract. Okay. And now, from Green Citizen, making every day Earth Day, is a lot of classic Macs. There are no actual classics or Classic 2s in this one. They're a little older than that. What do we have here?
Well, we have a Macintosh Classic Top Center.
Oh, there it is. You're right. What does it say? It says all computers power on. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. There are 3, count them, 3 Macintosh SE30s, but 2 do not display anything, and 1 has a garbled image. Okay. There are 3 Mac SEs. All have a bong sound on startup and boot to a blinking floppy icon. Cool. It says 1 emits a high-pitched sound. Wow. And there's a Macintosh Classic. It displays the checkerboard. No further testing was done. Selling as is for repairs. No hard drives present in any of them. 3 units have network adapters installed. That's interesting. So
okay, but let's talk about this one in the upper left corner.
It has the cool, what is that, some kind of filter on it?
So I'm wondering if that was like a Tempest case, maybe? Because it's actually a shell that's going over an SC.
Yeah, but I think it's just plastic, though. So
you think?
That wouldn't do anything.
But for what purpose, then?
Just to house that screen, to give it some kind of structure for that, probably a glare screen, perhaps.
You think?
Or a glare screen, or one that
or touch maybe. No.
No. Well, it keeps people from looking from the side at your screen.
Oh, one of those. Yeah.
Privacy.
One of those privacy things, right? Where you have to look pretty much straight on.
Well, those couple SE30s cases look sharp.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. It's interesting seeing the range of colors on the plastic on these.
Shades of beige.
Right.
50 Shades of Beige, which is
that your new fanfic? You are
yes, my title of my autobiography. And look at that. Some interesting tape. Overall for the age, not bad shape.
Right. And so the fact that some of these come with network adapters is pretty darn awesome.
Yeah.
Right now the $102, 4 bids, not bad, right? Oh, this still has 8 days to go though, so that's definitely going to get higher. Local pickup only. That's always kind of a bummer. Of course, who would want to pay for the shipping on this many of those? So
local pickup to Burlingame, California, which I believe is in the Bay Area of San Francisco. Okay, well, we'll see. This one won't end by next week when we podcast, so we'll just have to see how. I don't know. We'll see what the current status is anyway. All right.
I know there's some funny comments in our section. The G and G4 Q originally stood for grunge. Thank you, Scarlet Swordfish. That is awesome. That is hilarious. And yes, Scarlet Swordfish, Jeremy Travis, and Klaus all came up with the microphone holder. Absolutely.
Okay, now we're going to try a little experiment here. I'm going to have to.
You're going remote.
I'm going remote to the other side of the room. In order to do so, I need to set up a remote camera.
So I'm pouring myself some more coffee.
Got it. And what I'm going to do is patience, everybody. Patience. I switch cameras over here. Okay.
So you have not started the system. You've got it all plugged in and ready to go, but this will be the big.
So I'll talk about that here in a second. Once we start recording the audio. Oh. No, this should work. I'm thinking about all the connections and the sources and everything, and try to figure out what the heck is going where at this moment. Okay, we're gonna try. There might be a little echo here for a brief moment while we're gonna we'll get rid of this guy, and then that, and okay. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, I can hear you. Go ahead and say something else.
All right, I am saying something else.
Good. All right. Let me take these headphones off because I don't need those. I'm going to be operating strictly through this phone. And
there we go.
Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you, but your video.
People don't get sick from me moving around.
Oh, right. Motion. Good point.
All right. So we're going to go here. So we're not going to get much to see. And all right. Let's go ahead and record. You ready?
I am ready.
Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. All right. Well, we were inspired last week by that Macintosh TV listing to check in on my Macintosh TV. And there it is. My Macintosh TV hasn't been turned on since, I think, 2007. I looked it up. It was episode 5, back when we were doing a weekly Retro Macintosh of the Week, and we covered this computer in episode 5 titled I Want My Mac TV. The Macintosh TV came out in, I want to say 1993, right? Like October. and it sold for $2,097. Had a 68030 running at 32 megahertz, 5 megs of RAM, 160 megabyte hard drive. They sold just 10,000 units. Now, 10,000 sounds like a lot, but back then they were cranking out a lot of Macs, so 10,000 wasn't very many. And it was discontinued just a few short months later, like February of '94.
And of course, the big flaw was you could not do the TV and the computer part at the same time, as opposed to later on when they had the video tuner card and you could have your video playing in a small corner of your Mac and still be doing other things on the Mac.
Right.
And I think that was really its big downfall.
Yeah. And last week I promised to go hunting for the black keyboard. I did. I still haven't unearthed it. So this doesn't look good. I got a beige keyboard. I did find the black mouse because it was
Okay. Mm-hmm.
a box of mice. I got a black power cord, if that helps. But no, I'm still on the hunt for the key. I know I have the keyboard. It's just
Right.
hands on it.
Okay, so let me ask you. All right, so I know you said you haven't turned this on yet, but did you at least pull the logic board to look at it, just to make sure there isn't anything?
I did that.
Okay, good.
A couple screws in the back, dropped the door, and also, I was wary of plastics being brittle. Right, I didn't want to snap the tabs. Even
I
didn't want to put my thumb through the side, for example. And then, the tab stayed intact. I slid the motherboard out, and, there was still, I still had a battery in it.
Ooh, my goodness.
Had not exploded or leaked in any way. So that was all good. So far, so good. I just want to point out here, I did find the remote. This Mac came with this little remote for the TV.
Is that the one it came with? Okay.
Yeah, little credit card size remote. And I think, it took a little battery there. It would also control, I believe, if you were playing a CD, right?
Oh, nice. Okay. I do not have that remote for mine. The other Apple remotes will work, but it didn't have as many buttons on it.
Yeah. Incidentally, this would also control any kind of Sony TV of the time because it's the same Sony IR commands. You can switch modes there. So like John was saying, you could be on your Mac or you could watch the TV. You couldn't do both at the same time because there was no picture-in-picture. You could take a screenshot though.
Huh.
It would save it to like a picked file on your computer. So
that's kind of cool.
All right. And then, we talked about, I think before this kind of craziness, right? The CD candy. How that's,
Right.
Which is maddening. But he couldn't get the whole black experience. All right. So shall we turn this thing on?
Let's do it. I'll have 911 on speed dial in case this thing bursts into flames.
So remember, it was 2007. So a little over 13 years ago, I think, since this was turned on. I'm going to switch the power strip on first. And look at that. This is also an experiment I did this morning. My Picasso lamp is still.
Oh, yeah, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, so that's up. So let's see if that bodes well. So I'm going to go. Where's this? Is it on the
switches on the back right next to the power where the power cord is?
That'd be a good thing to know. Is it this side? It must be this side.
Hang on, I'll look at mine.
How about if I hit the keyboard? Will that turn it on? It's right. I think it's right here. Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay, here we go. Let's turn it on. See what happens. Cross your fingers, everybody.
Did you find it right-hand side?
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard the monitor light up.
Okay.
A bit.
Yep. Good sign.
That's it. That's all.
All right. Let me ask you. So you said that it had a PRAM battery in it. Did you have a?
I didn't have a fresh one. Do you think this requires a fresh one?
I'm wondering if this is one of the ones that required. It seems to me that it'd be about the right era. You may just want to leave it plugged in for a little bit too to see, because like I know my Color Classic has been unplugged for a while.
Yeah.
It seems to want to be plugged in and powered a little bit before it'll actually boot.
Oh, interesting. All right. Well, we'll just sit here and stare at it for a while. Okay. Well, I think that's the end of the experiment.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's.
It didn't catch on fire though, so
Which is
that's good.
Big plus.
All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and end that recording. And let's get me back in. Okay. I'm back. Oh, turn off sources to get echoes. Turn off echoes. Echo. Let's see. Let's get rid of. All right. Oh, I'm still getting some echoes here. I need to fix that. I need to fix that. Okay. Well, that was anticlimactic. I was afraid of that. It's kind of like opening Al Capone's vault.
All right. Thank you, Geraldo, for that ancient reference.
All right. What are we moving on? We're moving on to news, I think. That's what we're doing.
And we are still recording, correct?
I went ahead and stopped my end. So
okay.
You can stop your end.
I will stop.
Okay. Let's and get ready. We're going to start again when you're ready.
All right. And I am ready.
Okay. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Well, time for the news. There's rumors swirling about what Apple might do next with their fantastic M1 chip, or whatever variation they might crank out to support desktop or other pro laptops. There's talk about a redesigned iMac, like totally redesigned, something we haven't seen in quite a while. The new iMac is supposed to be slimmed down, right? No huge bezel down at the bottom. Taking advantage of the compactness of the new chip and everything that supports it. So that's exciting. There's also talk about new laptops that say goodbye to the touch bar. You have a touch bar laptop?
And I do, and I.
Are you a power user for the touch?
I've never the most productive thing I ever did with the touch bar was had the Neon Cat GIF playing in it. So
okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was an interesting experiment. You know, it's kind of like, whoa, we can do this.
But just because you can, should you? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was yeah, I wasn't a fan. And of course that was also during the era of the very, very bad keyboards. So
yeah, and MagSafe might make a return, right?
Yes. Now that is ridiculous that they ever got rid of that. That was such a great feature.
So I'm really excited. I don't know if I'm due for an upgrade. I'm certainly feel the urge because of this, everything you read about the new chip and everything it can do. Although I gotta say, my 2 now coming up on 3-year-old MacBook Pro is still doing wondrous things. I mean, if you just looked at what's going on here on my screen, it's just all kinds of great things. Well, hopefully we'll find out soon. And then if we get a new iMac, I think I might upgrade my mom's iMac and add it to my display of iMacs, because I have all the iMac generations up there. So it needs another one to become obsolete there to add it. All right. Let's see. Over on Reddit, there's this a Reddit user posted a link to their little project. Xanderman Can wrote this
Great
up
name.
in an article on xandermancan.medium.com, baking an apple pie, or how I used a clever film reference to name my Raspberry Pi project. Interesting. And so they spent, this is a multi-year project, to take a 512 and turn it into a Raspberry Pi based media center of sorts. So it's a lot went into this. It's not just a, gut the thing and cram something else in there.
Yeah. Because he wanted, all the original hardware, the mouse, the keyboard. They wanted to repurpose all that, so it required quite a bit of work, and it's very well written, wonderful photographs in here. Can give you inspiration for your own project. Look at that clever use of cardboard. Right. I'm not sure the FCC would allow that. But yeah, it's expertly photographed. A good tutorial there. And let's see, we mentioned this. We mentioned Steve in Mac 84. He has released the series, The Rise and Fall of the Macintosh Clones. This multi-part series begins with part 1 called The Original Apple Hackintosh. He goes into great detail. Did a lot of research, pulled up archival footage, old stories, trying to chart the history of clones. Not just the clones that most people are familiar with, the most recent ones, the ones that Steve Jobs killed off, right? The PowerPC clones, but going back to the beginning, back to the Apple II days, and all the various starts and stops with licensing, and including the many companies that tried to subvert the licensing and reverse engineer and all those. And it was a good watch. I watched episode 1. Just go back and recall those stories, all the craziness went down, the missteps, and the what could have happened had Apple made different decisions along the way. So watch that, and we'll probably get Steve here on the show, talk more about the making of that. And that's pretty much it for the news. So I don't know. Anything else? I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I think we hit the end of another episode. So let's record the outro.
All right. Well, first of all, I suppose we should talk about what we are going to try to do. What are we doing next week? Are we going to Steve?
Possibly, if he's available.
Okay.
There's also a gentleman that we got connected with over on that Vintage Mac Facebook group. If y'all saw him there, he has in his possession a number of amazing prototypes.
And why does he have those?
Because he rummaged through his dad's closet or something. His father used to work at Apple and was on the design team for these unique models. So you've got early prototypes of ones we're familiar with. You've got prototypes of Macs that never even came out, and he's got them all.
That is crazy cool.
Yeah, he's volunteered to come on the show, but he's first going to try to see if his dad wouldn't mind joining us as well, and we can talk.
That would be so good. That's cool.
Yeah, that's tentative based on scheduling, and then of course maybe Steve, aka Mac 84. So one of those things should come through.
Sounds good. All right.
We should have talked about that on the. We're not even
on the thing.
Now.
Yeah. Right.
We should record that now. Okay, that was a good try run. All right, let's record in 3, 2, 1. We're at the end of another episode of the RetroMacCast. Join us on the YouTube in the channel, or just watch this video after the fact. That's when you get the behind the scenes, the interaction, the dry run segments where we forget that we're not recording, and we'll do a segment and then say, oh crap, we should have hit record. Now we got to do that again. We did that this time, talk about what we're going to do next week. So let's talk about it again.
Let's do that. Hey,
So
what are we
next
going to
week-
do next week?
Yeah, thank you, John. Funny you should ask. Next week, it is still to be determined. We got a couple of things in the pipeline. One, the aforementioned Steve, Mac84, coming on, tell us more about his great new series on Macintosh clones. The other one is a chat with the son of the man, and maybe with that man as well, that was on the design team at Apple that was responsible for a number of cool models, and they still have the prototypes of those computers, both released prototypes of released computers and prototypes of unreleased computers, including, I think they call it the Penlight Mac, a tablet Mac that never was released. So that is still in work. So maybe one of those two might come together for next week. Anything else, John, you need to mention?
No, nothing on my end. No.
I thought you were going to show us you were going to hook up the iBot.
Yeah, I'm still looking for my my FireWire adapter.
Yeah,
I've got some, because of course I've got to go from 400 to an 800.
Yeah.
Right. So I was looking for that just yesterday, and it's in a box somewhere.
I know how that
it's
feels.
probably in the same box as your keyboard for you. Hey,
right.
Reach behind you. Just try to hit the power button one more time.
Well, I never turned it off.
Well, I mean, hit the
on the
keyboard. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Let's see.
Still nothing?
Did you hear it? Did you hear it? You didn't hear it? I didn't hear it either because nothing happened. All right. Well,
get a PRAM battery.
We'll check.
Try that puppy again.
Yeah. I will do that.
Concerned people want to know.
All right. Well, until next week, remember, it's not old.
It's retro.
All right. Brian says, I've met Steve a few times. He's just as cool in person as he is in the videos. He's got a ton of cool things, and I hope to have him over to do a video on my Pippin. A Pippin. Yes.
You know, that would be awesome.
You know, I have the Pippin, right? It's over there someplace. I'll be done. I don't think I've ever turned that thing on since I've owned the thing. Is that possible? Did we do a show on the Pippin?
We had to have, right?
It's funny because, when we did all these shows, all audio, there wasn't this sort of thinking about the visual aspect because there really was no visual aspect. We did a handful of video episodes, which are horrible. And in those cases, we did do some visual things. But since that wasn't the normal course of action, it would have been so natural, right? If we had video to turn on this Pippin, because I have it. I have the original. It's in the original box. All the packing materials and everything. So yeah, that's another one that be fun to see if it works. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for joining us in the channel on the live chat. We'll see you next week with something to talk about. Maybe John will have his new headphones working and find his FireWire cable. I did find, there's a couple of things I've been finding things, and I've been making hard decisions about pitching things into the trash.
Right.
And like I have an in the box Thunder Scan, for example.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Which just about was just going to throw it in the trash. I know.
No. Somebody would gladly.
I know, but if I could snap my fingers and transport it to them.
Oh, yeah. anything like that. I mean, seriously, let me know, and I will help find good homes for it. Even if it's taking it to Kansas, seriously, even if it's taking it to Kansas Fest next year.
But see, this is the dilemma.
Yeah.
When you have all this stuff,
right?
As soon as you make the decision that you don't want it,
yeah,
you want it gone, like that moment. I will
come and get it.
Well, even that is too late. Like you need to show up like right after I have that thought. Otherwise, you're too late.
Got it.
Okay, so that's all I'm just telling you. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of like, oh, why don't you store it till Kansas Fest next year? Like, no, I've been storing it for.
I will store it till Kansas Fest next year.
Well, I like that a little bit better. We gotta
make a stack. I will.
We
I will
work on your. We gotta work on your response time. So
once I'm working back on the base again,
you can swing by anytime.
You can just swing by because because the ThunderScan worked. I've got the Mac version and one that works for the Apple II.
Let me grab a couple of boxes. I'll be right back.
Sure thing.
Okay, what were you saying about the ThunderScan?
Oh, just that it was pretty much the same hardware for connecting it to the Mac or the Apple II.
The image writer. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway,
Yep.
Now this isn't sealed or anything, but I got this a number of years ago. It's it would be I thought I got it with the intention that I would do a show where I would use this thing. I actually have an image writer in the box someplace, and it would be fun to create some images on this thing. Which
that actually might be a good show. Is I could hook up the one to my Apple II and to the Mac, and the
problem is that the more I hold on to this in my hand, physically touch it, the more I don't want to throw it away. I just
goodness.
No, I said I don't want to throw it away now.
I know. I mean that was.
Yeah. Remember this was Andy Hertzfeld, right?
I was just gonna mention Andy Hertzfeld. Yeah.
Yeah, we did do a show on that.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the other thing I found, which we never did a show on because it seems kind of boring, although it's getting more interesting by the year, is this thing, right? The Apple Video Phone Kit. Do you know this thing?
No, I don't know that thing.
This is the early days.
Wow.
Of video conferencing. Everything you need to.
That's an episode right there, James.
It is. We should do an episode on this thing. This is cool. I actually did throw one of these away. I had like 3 of them, and I was so sick of seeing them.
Right now, anyone who's still on the YouTube listening to this is screaming at you.
Because it's like there's nothing magical. It's kind of interesting, to do a show on or whatever, but there's not like there's a huge amount of people clamoring to have this stupid thing. I shouldn't say stupid. It's amazing. But I think I might have another one someplace, but I did have, I think, up to 3. This is how crazy, because when I got these things, years ago, they were like $5 a piece. And oftentimes somebody wasn't selling one, they were selling 3. And so I got 3, right? And so then I'm finding space to store.
Well, if you find another one of those, you give it to me and we will try to do an Apple video phone.
Oh, that's right. It would be helpful to have more than one, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, anyway, just some of the
Brian says he is definitely screaming at you right now.
Some of the random things I'm finding as I hunt for the elusive black keyboard. Right.
Right. You need to say that in a Jacques Cousteau voice. While we are searching for the elusive black keyboard, we've run across many an interesting item.
Yes. All right. Well, there's an episode right there. The Apple Video Phone Kit. We'll do something like that someday. All right. We've almost killed our hour. Okay. We will sign up and catch up with everybody next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.